This ship doesn't go anywhere except in circles, but it does have a color TV, stereo sound, a built-in bar, and a wireless phone. It also has a price tag of $32,000 delivered.
10 lousy bucks.
Oh, wow, that ain't no bread at all.
The Morning Stream. This car smells weird.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to TMS. That's the morning stream for short, or no, for long. That's a long version of TMS. I don't know what it is. It is whatever it is.
We get it right the first time.
Did
it's
I?
TMS for short.
Yeah, it is TMS for short. And it is Tuesday. It is June. It looked like January looking at it like I'm a big dumbass. It's hot as hell. June 17th, 2025. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
Hello.
It's hot as a butthole, man. So freaking hot.
I was going to ask you, did you have like a big rainstorm day in the last few days?
No, we wish we could. Okay. Because we haven't.
All right, because we usually get your weather, right? When you're done with it, you send it over the mountains to us. Today is massive rainstorm, and they were showing a dude not too far north of me on the news this morning who was holding up chunks of hail that went through, like, pummeled the crap out of his car. Small baseball size hail. Like,
oh my gosh.
You're not softball, but baseball size hail.
Damn. That's a weird thing to get when it's been so warm. That's crazy.
It just crazy. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to be riding my bike today. I think this may be, I could ride indoors. I've got the spin bike set up. I could do that today, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, we haven't had that, although we did have a bunch of cloudiness, so maybe that just turned into something. That might have been what happened.
Maybe. Yeah.
But the good news is this: it's supposed to remain hot all week, and then next week everybody gets a reprieve. Most of the West, like the Vegas heat wave they're having, perfect timing because I'm going to Vegas that weekend. Drops down to the 90s instead of the 107s, nice. 108s, or whatever it's stuck right now. Phoenix gets down to 103, which is normal for them, I suppose. So so I think we're going to time this just right, so I'm not going down there in freaking hellscape weather.
Yeah, jeez.
Not looking forward to that at all.
I still can't pull up the 10-day forecast for when the actual MS-150 ride is going to be. But not, this far out, how accurate really can they be? But right now, AccuWeather is predicting a high of 92 on Saturday.
Yeesh.
The 28th.
Yeesh.
That's why we start riding at 6:30 in the morning so that we're done by noon or 1 before it gets really miserable out
I
there.
wish you had our weather that day for us. So Friday's 93, Saturday 76 all day and sunny. Big drop in temps. Oh, nice. Man. Nice. Well, hopefully, maybe how these things are sometimes wrong. Sometimes
exactly.
Yeah.
We're more than a week and a half out. Things can change.
That's right.
Probably will.
Change is sometimes a good thing in this case.
Yes.
Hey, got a couple things this morning. Could I just get everyone's collective thoughts and if you pray, you could pray.
Sure.
Kim's out of town for another 5 days. In fact, I just heard the door shut, which I think means she's just left with her ride to go to the airport. She's going to go help my brother out, brother and sister-in-law out in Phoenix. Speaking of Phoenix, it can be very hot while she's there. But my brother did a weird thing. So he spent most of his 20s, 30s, 40s kayaking. He's a hardcore kayaker. So finding the rivers and the waterfalls you're used to, or whatever that song is. he would go do that stuff, doing the Colorado River and all this kind of thing, like high rapid stuff. And that's not the issue so much. It's just that he was never big on the right eyewear to protect your eyes from the UV. So he would get a lot of reflection off the water, a lot of just straight UV from stuff. Sometimes wasn't wearing any protection at all. And then when he would wear goggles, they weren't always UV protected. He's grew up at a time where that wasn't even a thing. So
yeah, right. Yeah, that was exactly a newer innovation.
Yeah, didn't really get into that habit. And as a result, he has had now, this is the second time with this, but he's had 2 separate retinal detachments that are linked. They believe linked directly to that long-term exposure. So the problem with it this time is to save this particular eye, he has to do this regimen where he has to lean into this, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a sitting massage chair. I guess that is what it is. Because you know those massage chairs in the malls where the little guys are doing your back and stuff, and you're kind of sitting, but your face is in the hole, and you're
right. You're not completely flat down. You're kind of laid
kind
forward,
of middle. It's kind of a middle ground sort of position. That's what has to do 22 to 23 hours a day. He has to hold that position, which means he's reading, he's listening, he's watching TV down there on an iPad or whatever. He's just doing whatever he can with his time, but he has to sit there. If he has to pee or get up or something, he has to do that in under the time of that extra couple hours I mentioned that he doesn't have to be in that position. So most of his sleep has to happen there. It's freaking gnarly, right? So we hear about this and we go, well, shit, what are we going to do to try to help him? And Kim goes, next week is like perfect because there's nothing happening for me. I'll go down there. I said, oh, okay, well, we could do that. So she's going to go down there and help him get food done, just help my aunt, or no, I guess she's my sister-in-law, help her do stuff, just kind of be on scene to help with all that stuff. Because they're in their 60s now. This isn't easy. So I'm just, I'm fine. Everything's fine here. Let's not think about. I'm not worried about me. I'm fine. My brother's eye's about to explode. I'd rather we try to help him. So that's where she's at for a week, and then as soon as she gets back, it's like Wendy's here, and then we're going to Vegas, and then we're coming back, and then Wendy's still here, and then we're doing stuff with my mom. It's going to be the most bizarre couple of weeks, but we're ready for it. It's going to be fun.
We'll worry about you. We'll care. We'll keep you in our, like you said, keep you in our thoughts and prayers, and
just send help if you don't hear from me for a couple of days.
That's right. Boy, it's a good thing you didn't get those full 3 boxes of Oreos, because that would be dinner one of your nights.
I know. Although I'm told that there's another box on its way with I guess he found those. The
Selena Gomez Oreos.
The Gomez Oreos.
I know.
They're not
those
here
will be
yet.
arriving sometime this week. Yeah.
Excited about that. So
yes.
Anyway, that's what's going on here.
Only double stuff in the building.
Hey, you mentioned something went bad with a print or something. What was it you were telling me for the show?
What was it I was going to talk about? No, it was it's that podcast. So I was basically going to set up a website that had my all my remixes, my Saturday Night Safety Dance from SiriusXM First Wave.
That's right.
And the only way to get them over there without switching my phone and my computer to completely, instead of iTunes or Apple Music subscription, just basically make it a dummy playlist player. So I was like, oh, well, no, I'll just create a website, or I have all these domains. I'll use one of them for a website. I'll just make it this podcast thing and put those shows up there. Got to the point where I was like, all right, I've got the WordPress installed. And this is on my Amazon.com.site. So it's Amazon.com spelled out .site. And
love that.
Think that might be a problem, Scott. TUCOWS, TUCOWS. They do a lot of domain registration, and I registered these through Hover, which you and I both like.
Yeah, I like Hover a lot. I have all my stuff on Hover now. I like them.
Same here. And but apparently they work with TUCOWS, or there's some connection with TUCOWS. So TUCOWS has put it on a server hold, and they need to clear it before I can use it. And I'm sure it's because it contains Amazon.com in the name.
Yeah, I think TUCOWS is now, I think they own Hover. I think that's what that is.
Oh, that's it right there. Okay, yep. KT Data confirms it. TUCOWS owns Hover.
Yeah, that makes sense. So they have they have a hold on it for, boy, I wonder how that works. Because Amazon, you can't trademark the name Amazon when you're talking about anything else other than Amazon.com. You could say Amazon Forest, and what if you had AmazonForest.com? Were they going to stop you then?
I'm sure it's like this could be really spammy. This guy could be using something really spammy here. Let's not.
That's true.
Let's get it approved first. So I'm just waiting to hear back. But if it doesn't, I've got other domains I can use. I just thought it'd be really funny to have my podcast on Amazon.com.site.
Yeah, they'll probably have. What do you have to do? Probably just tell them what you're doing or something, or what do you think?
Yeah. They gave me a direct line to. What was there was a like TUCOWS or something at TUCOWS.com, but it was it made me feel like, okay, this is approvals and anti malware kind of things.
Sure,
So,
sure.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds like it'll probably end up working out.
Even if it doesn't, there might be a hidden podcast on Viva TMS Vegas. I'm not using the RSS feed on Viva TMS Vegas. I could use that for the
That's not
for the
bad.
podcast.
Yeah, because you just need an RSS, really, right?
Exactly. I've got a bunch of domains that I'm maybe not using for podcasts that I could use.
That's a great idea. Somebody asked me once, why can't you just suddenly dump some old show, I can't, ELR or whatever, on like a new feed on Acast or some other hosting platform? And the answer is none of those support a dump.
Right.
They all are individual, one at a time. Sure, could I go and do 300 episodes one at a time forever? Yeah, but it'd take me a month to do that.
Yeah.
So
you have to create a post for each one.
Yeah,
folks,
F that shit.
Attach it to a post and yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that. And the other option is, well, just throw them up on an archive. But then they're not organized. They're not on an RSS feed. As far as I know, they don't do that now. Maybe they do now.
Right. Oh, I don't know.
Worth checking. But yeah, what you're doing is that's the way to do this. I think it's smart.
It's the way to do it. Somebody messaged me on Blue Sky and said, "Dude, that's brilliant."
Yeah.
Like, great. Well, it would be if I could get it working. So we'll see.
Sure.
We'll see.
Sure. Well, we'll see if if one of the cows gives you any shit, let us know.
Yeah, maybe. I hope it's not a split decision and one cow gives me thumbs up, the other cow does not give me thumbs up.
That's the problem with that place. It's only 2 votes matter. That's it.
Exactly. They need a third cow to break the tie.
Yeah. I'd walk into the room and go, "Mrrr," and then we're on to something.
Exactly.
All right, we got a quick email here from Dave, and he had one more thought on the grapes at the store.
Okay. Oh my gosh, we're not done with the damn people eating grapes at grocery stores. Good
Only
Lord.
one more, I think. I hope this is it. All right.
Okay.
I'm not saying don't or do. We're not here to tell you guys how to live your lives, but we thought we were done with the grocery store grazing thing. No. Dave has one more thought.
Okay.
He says, "Dear Scoot and Boot, I just wanted to chime in on the grapes/sampling thing at the grocery store topic." I like how he named it. As long as grocery stores continue to insist on not paying me to work the self-checkout registers, I will continue to sample a grape or two free of guilt every shopping trip. Love the show, though, Dave in Wisconsin. Madison, Wisconsin. Okay, Dave. All right.
That's actually not a bad point. It's the whole argument of why should I have to pay the same amount if I book my airline tickets online versus calling and speaking to a booking agent and causing them the time and stuff like that. It's that whole why is there a convenience fee when it's my convenience?
Yeah.
It's not like when it's their convenience that I do these.
You're giving them a convenience, unless their point is, oh, well, these machines cost a ton of money and this is how we recoup that or something like that. But whatever, they're all scammers anyway. The membership cards, you think you're getting deals on shit. It's all made up.
Right, exactly.
And they sell your info. It's all bullshit, man.
Yeah.
The grocery store. What are they doing over there?
What are they doing? Jeez.
Used to be a guy in an apron thing selling fresh fruit. What have we done?
Right, exactly. I remember Mr. Hooper.
Yeah.
Don't we remember Mr. Hooper?
Never forget Mr. Hooper. He was
Joe
great.
Albertson, and who's the Charmin guy? The guy who, yelled at you for squeezing the Charmin.
Yeah.
What happened to our grocery man?
When did we stop caring about, butt tissue being squeezed? When did we stop?
Right.
Go back to a simpler time.
Is that the same thing as sampling the grapes, like going in and squeezing all the toilet papers?
I think so.
Oblivion.
Okay. See, you bring up a really great point. When is it too much, or when do you start drawing the line at don't thump melons, don't squeeze Charmin, don't pick up a thing and rotate it around and see if it's for you or not.
Right. Shaking up the cans. Let's see. Oh yeah, this sounds fresh. This can of Pepsi.
Yeah. Where does it end? Oh, speaking of which, I've had this thing in my mind since last night. I posted it on social media stuff. I just have to ask it because this is a great forum to do it. You guys definitely will have some feedback. This might be our new grapes thing, and next 2 weeks we'll get responses.
Oh, great. Okay.
But so that new How to Train Your Dragon thing is either out or out this week, I think, or something.
It's out. It came out last weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Neither of us in any rush because we're whatever. It's not really our target. Here's the thing. Every time one of these happens, either gets announced or released, and a lot in between, everybody loses their mind. I can't believe you took my classic thing I loved as a kid, or otherwise it's my beloved animated film and you made a live action version. Everyone gets mad, whether they make money or they don't, whether it's Lilo and Stitch or the Seven Dwarves business or any of these other things in between.
Snow White or
Lion King, any
Little
of them.
Mermaid.
Yeah, all that stuff, they get this treatment and everybody gets mad for the most part. Like the fan bases get all pissed.
Sure.
So it occurred to me that I understand why they get mad. I totally get it. Like I get that way too. I'm like, oh, did you really need to do that? Especially when it's like shot for shot.
Exactly. Some of these feel so unnecessary.
Yeah, they feel unnecessary. And for those that want to see these, I'm just talking about a majority of voices online. So flip it now. If somebody came to me and said, Scott, what's your favorite action movie? I'd say, oh, well, Mad Max Fury Road. And they said, well, what if I told you Warner Brothers was just greenlit a 2D animated adaptation? I'd go, freaking, where are my tickets? I'll sign up day one. Let's go.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, I would do that for almost anything I can think of that I kind of hold as like an important movie. A, because I know the other one still exists and is the classic. Right. But if you said, hey, Goodfellas is being animated, or anything in between.
I don't know Goodfellas.
I'd do it. I'd be excited. I'd be stoked about it.
It would get my curiosity watch. But all right, let's say, we're coming out with an animated Guardians of the Galaxy. Hell yeah. I'd be all over it. And here's why. And here's why I think it works better one way and not the other. They can do a lot more and go a little bit crazier with animation than they can with live action. Yes, I know there's CGI and they can do some amazing things with animation. But like, let's say they really want to kind of go overboard with an animated Guardians of the Galaxy, even if it's shot for shot, but having like people's faces stretch out when they turn their heads or something like that, these kind of cool
stylistic
2D
stuff,
animation, stylistic stuff. They can do that with animation going that direction and say, we're going to give you a whole new perspective on these shows you love.
And I think comic books and comic book adaptations already lend themselves well to it. Like I didn't hear a single complaint when Spider-Verse got announced. Nobody went, I can't believe they're animating Spider. We have all the live actions we need. We don't need another. Right. It's like nobody did that. We all got excited, and it turned out to be great. So I just think so you're right about that. I think you're right. Those lend themselves better. Obviously, they come from kind of the same core place of art and stylistic choice and all that. But to be able to, I would, if you said, hey, they're making a 2D animated full feature length Back to the Future remake, 2D animated remake, I would be so into it. I'd be all into it. I'd be like, let's go.
Here's where it's the voice acting that would kind of like,
they could fake it. They could fake it, don't you think? Those two?
Yeah. I mean, and Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, still around. They can totally do the voices. But man, you remember the first time you heard not Jim Henson doing Kermit and how it kind of took you out of the whatever Muppet thing you were watching?
Yeah, even though it was his son, it was like hard to take.
Yeah.
That was the first one for me. That was the Christmas one, the Carol.
Oh, Carol. Yeah, the Christmas Carol. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm fine with it now. Like enough time has passed, it doesn't bother me at all. But at the time I went, ooh, that's not Jim Henson because he died. And then it reminded me that he died, and that was sad. And it was, nobody wins. But
yeah, so I mean, a Back to the Future animated thing, God, they could do some incredible stuff. Like I could just visualize, instead of the DeLorean just kind of zipping off, leaving the two little fire trails of their tires, you could actually see kind of like a Doctor Strange and the Multitude of Madness or Multiverse of Madness kind of, flying through time as it gets back to 1955 and all these. Yeah,
you could add a lot visually, things you couldn't do otherwise, exactly. Or that just would fit better in a 2D format. You could do 3D as well. I'm not taking that off the table. I'm just saying, like,
sure.
If we're using like the Lilo and Stitch example, I'm trying to think of examples where it would be just the opposite.
Like Animatrix was a good example of that. Somebody brought that up in the chat that it was just more stories from the Matrix universe. And something you're going to be talking about tomorrow is kind of similar to that.
And I'll give you a little hint. I loved it.
It feels like it's so up your alley. How could you not?
It's so good. I was skeptical
Yeah.
because I was on Rotten Tomatoes. It's the highest rated version of that story.
That franchise?
Yeah.
Really?
Of any
Ooh,
of them.
cool.
All of them. None of them have the score this
Even
thing has.
including- Wow. Because Prey, I thought, was just
Yeah, I agree. It was
a
amazing.
revelation.
I agree. And I saw this and went, oh, okay, next level stuff here. Which makes me so excited for the new movie coming. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so
Trachtenberg kicking ass. Anyway.
I think there are some movies that I think would be better than others for this sort of thing. But if you said, "Oh yeah, they're doing Infinity War and Endgame," but in the style of Spider-Man Across the Multiverse or Spider-Verse, I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, I'm in."
Because you get
I'm 100%
excited.
in.
You'd be stoked to see this.
Yeah, absolutely.
As would I. And none of us would be sad that there's these two things exist in the same world.
Right.
It's fine with us. But for some reason, we get really worked up about the other direction. And I'm not saying I'm not like that. I'm the same. I feel that way too,
Right,
but
okay.
I don't know why I feel that way. You know?
Let's say they say, "Oh, by the way, we're going to be redoing Across the Spider-Verse, but live action."
Yeah, that would annoy me.
Yeah, exactly.
But why? Why is that annoying to me?
I don't know. It just feels like they're taking something that they have so much flexibility for and so much artistic wide open space basically and limiting it to, well, we're going to do it with live actors, which kind of, mean that's going to be more staticky shots and less stylized approach. Less what's the word I'm looking for? But like a less stylized version of the
Sure.
thing, which Across the Spider-Verse had in spades.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Like it should lend some of that to other studios. It
Yeah.
was so stylized. Tally says Schindler's List, the cartoon. There's a lot of jokes like that in here, but I actually still say that stuff works. Like you can make serious content
There'd
animated.
be so much
Doesn't have
that
to be goofy.
you would get me in for a curiosity viewing. I mean, that's kind of why I went and saw Snow White live action and Little Mermaid live action and Lion King live action. It's like, all right, how are they going to do this? With they're really going to be, they're not live action animals. They're still CGI animals. It's really just the backgrounds and landscapes that are live action. But I don't know.
I think a very adult take on Goodfellas in the style of Pixar would be great. I would watch the shit
How am I
out of
funny?
that.
You think I'm funny? Like a clown funny?
Can you imagine that? Those exaggerated expressions.
A little Monsters Inc. style Joe Pesci.
Yeah. Him getting a bullet at the end.
Sure.
Sam Jackson getting obliterated in that bedroom.
Oh my God.
It'd be his second Pixar role. After Frozone, he'd be coming back for
Where's
Goodfellas.
right.
Where's my super soup?
Where's my mafia soup?
Oh, shit. All right. Anyway, there's that. Thanks for the grapes, the sour grapes there, Dave, in Madison, Wisconsin. We appreciate it. Ian, speaking of food and things, Ian has this to say about them, their root beer floats.
Hey there, Stewarts and Briars. It's Ian, I am Sci-Fi. Just responding to Scott's comments on how he doesn't like root beer floats, and it immediately reminded me of the fact that it's actually really hard to find root beer in Japan because to Japanese people it tastes like cough syrup. I guess maybe it's the medicinal qualities of it all, but apparently there's a version of cough syrup in Japan that tastes so much like root beer that if you try to give a root beer to a Japanese person, they will give stink face and say, no thank you, and move on from there. Also means it's really hard to find root beer in Japan, so any of you Americans who are staying there extended, you're going to pay out the ass for just like one can of root beer. So do keep that in mind. Maybe bring a couple with you if you're going to be there for a while. Love the show, though. Talk to you soon.
Do you think it's got
That's wild.
that black licorice taste is kind of medicinal a little bit? It's like I don't even know if that's the right comparison. Root beer's not quite that.
But there's like the cilantro, like how, to some people, I wonder if you can get enough of a culture of people who have that soap taste when they eat cilantro that kind of all taste like soap, or
makes
taste
sense.
like soap to more of a larger group.
Yeah, I could see
Genetics.
that. Yeah, genetically speaking, sure. I I didn't know this though.
I
This
don't know.
is crazy. I had no idea. So if I go there and
I
go,
had no
excuse me, sir, I'd like a Barks root beer in a
Right,
can.
exactly.
I'm not getting anywhere with that.
They'll hand you a thing of cough syrup and say, "Tastes the same. Enjoy this."
Jeannie says,
"Want a scoop of ice cream in there? Go for it."
Jeannie says, I'm not Japanese, but it tastes disgusting to me. I'm with you in most cases, Jeannie. Any of the fuzzier root beers, I'm not a fan of. Like when I say fuzzier, I mean frothy, I guess. Like I don't like Dad's. I don't like R&W.
A&W.
A&W. Where am I getting the R from?
I don't know.
Barks, though, I like it. It's got a nice bite to it. It's fine. But any of them, you put ice cream in there and you make I'm just going to die. I'm just going to die. It's horrible.
I don't like root beer. Let's just get it out of the way now so you don't need to make any titles.
Someone's going to probably put it in there.
Yeah, we won't accept it. We won't. We've covered it. It's been covered.
Zarek says Barks is the only one that's good because it has caffeine. That's only true in certain parts of the country. I can't get caffeinated up here, but I can get it in Mississippi where it's made, where it's bottled.
It's so weird, right? Like that's such a weird. Like it's not like the Hellman's Best Foods kind of thing. This is like same product. One with caffeine, one without, depending on where in the country you're at.
Yeah. And I also, this is the other thing, I've said on the show out loud that I like a creamsicle flavored, like there's a Coke Zero that's orange cream Coke.
Yeah, orange vanilla. Yeah.
I like those. And people have said, well, Scott, or got emails that said, Scott, what's the difference? Like it's
big difference.
And I'm like, there's a gigantic difference. There isn't a lump of ice cream in it, first of all. I mean, come on now. It's not the same.
Oh, man. Here's one of the things I love about a root beer float is the scoop of ice cream sitting there in the root beer, and the outer edge of the sphere of ice cream starts getting a little bit crystallized with the root beer. Like it's either frozen root beer on the ice cream, or the ice cream kind of hardens with the root beer, whatever it is. It's like I will try and scoop off the like crispy root beer off of the ice cream. It's not really crispy, but it's like a.
So you like that stuff or don't like that stuff?
I love it.
Oh,
love it.
That's the part I hate.
Zoe says, "Yeah, crispy root beer."
That's the part I hate. That's literally the part I don't like. Well, I don't like the flavor, but the worst part to me is like that sea foamy kind of vibe that it gives when it starts to melt.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It gets on your lip.
I get that. Okay, I get that. It's like those bubbles should be popping, and they're not popping. Why is that foam not dissipating?
Yeah, that's when it's like if you own a hot tub, that's the sign that your hot tub needed cleaning.
Yes,
it's like some dirty kid spent too long in there with body lotion on, and now I got to go clean the hot tub. That's the vibe I get.
Like when you go to the beach and that stuff washes up on the side, and it's like that foam should not be just sitting there foam. That should be foam that's disappearing. Why is it not disappearing?
Yeah,
why is it brown?
Yeah, some fish should eat that foam, or what are we doing here? ICU in the chat says, so no milk and Pepsi for Scott. Who's doing that abomination?
Laverne. That was Laverne's favorite drink on Laverne and Shirley.
I have blocked that out. That's gross.
It's gross. I tried it once. It's like, it really does taste kind of like a Pepsi float or Coke float, but why do that? Why bother?
Well, I have a file for that.
Yuck.
That's right. Yuck. That's disgusting. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Milk and any soda. I'm trying to think.
Laverne DeFazio and a milk and Pepsi.
What else?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, what about have you ever had an egg cream? You probably would not like an egg cream.
I'm not sure what that is. Describe that.
It contains no egg. It contains no cream. It's chocolate milk and club soda.
Oh. Is it like well, I guess Yoo-Hoos aren't carbonated though, are they?
No, but it is. But if you can imagine a carbonated Yoo-Hoo, that's basically what it would be.
Why do they call it an egg cream if there's no egg or cream in it?
It was a soda fountain in some soda fountain in New York started it, and
just look right when I'm showing here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know what? I would try that, but I'm a little concerned.
But there's that foam on top. Like that is your hate foam right there.
Yeah, it is my hate foam.
Oh, seltzer. I'm sorry. Wait, what's the difference between seltzer and club soda?
I thought they were the same.
I thought they were the same thing too. Hold on.
If any of you have tryptophobia, enjoy this one. Look at that beast.
There it is. Those little holes.
Yeah, enjoy that.
Yeah.
Okay, I found a perfect example of why I can't do it. Here it is. All right.
Club soda has added minerals, giving a slightly saltier mineral taste.
Oh,
okay,
I didn't know that.
Seltzer's what I'm thinking of. Oh, there it is. There's your foam.
Brian, that's a
your
problem.
Fear foam right
there's fear
Yep.
foam. Can't do it.
Yeah.
That can't do it. That means we've polluted the river. That's what we did there.
Why are the bubbles opaque? That's
So now if you just said these are cream-filled chocolate eggs, I'd be in. Like, that sounds great.
Sure,
like these right here, that's an egg cream I can eat.
Oh, look at that. Those look homemade. I would eat. It's still so much sugar. I look at that white.
I know, dude.
That white stuff in the Cadbury cream egg, and it's like, no. If you give me just the egg and maybe like, a hollow chocolate egg with like a little bit. No, that's gross though.
Yeah,
if you're tipping it back like a shot or something.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
No, that's the Cadbury cream eggs. It's not the chocolate. It is that white stuff inside, which is just wet sugar.
It's wet. That's exactly the way to say it. It's not just pure sugar. It's not just too much sugar. It is too much. It is
wet,
pure, and it is wet.
Sugar.
Yeah. That's gross. That's gross. It's like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man diarrhea is what you're eating. Don't do it.
Right, exactly.
Stay away.
Claire asks, so Brian, does that mean you can't do protein shakes, like the milkier kind of ones, not the juicy kind of ones? I do both. I love protein shakes.
I can do protein shakes. Those don't bother me.
Yeah. What?
Those are just mixing a powder with a.
Yeah, I wonder what I said that gave her the idea I would not like one of those.
I think the soda part is what I have a problem with. So mixing, maybe that's the whole problem in general. Maybe if you gave me a flat root beer, no, that sounds bad.
No, I think maybe we need to make egg creams someday on the show and try them live.
I'll do it. I'll be happy to do that. That's that's better than a Korean cracker. Just kidding. Those were good.
I still have some of that root beer milk. Just add some seltzer to that. I should try that and see.
Just try it if it's any good.
The only seltzer I have is La Croix Pamplemousse, and I can't put that in there.
No.
LaCroix.
La Croix. Is it LaCroix? I always say LaCroix. Is it wrong?
I say LaCroix as well. And then one of my neighbors said, "Do you want a LaCroix? We have a whole cooler full." I'm like, LaCroix? And she's like, "Yeah, Pamplemousse LaCroix." I'm like, "Really? Is that how it's supposed to be pronounced?"
I don't like it at all.
I think you're being fancy, and you don't need to be fancy.
You don't have to be fancy here. We're all friends. We're neighbors. Just give me a LaCroix like a normal person.
Exactly. This is one where the chat room will explode about. It's pronounced LaCroix. It's pronounced LaCroix.
Exactly. I have friends who say LaCroix, so they put the X in there. So.
Are they doing it ironically, like Target?
I have some friends
go
who
to Target to go shopping.
There's a couple of them I question how ironic they can be. So
yeah.
We'll see. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted. You had a thing.
Oh no, I was using that as a segue, talking about the milk and stuff to go into something we talked about yesterday, the lactase thing. We got some information from Dr. Tolbert about this, and I did some deep diving on the FDA website about it as well. There's kind of like what Bobby was saying. There's what we've learned. There's what the dairy place says, and then there's kind of the truth. The truth fills in a large gap of what's in between. It isn't just like, nope, it's this thing right in the middle. It's like, well, there's this, but then there's also this. As you get older, your small intestine apparently is the thing that produces lactase in your body, and that's what helps you digest lactose. And so as you get older, I mean, some people just lose the ability even younger to produce lactase. And there's really not as much in milk as Edwin at the dairy might have had me believe that gets wiped out during the pasteurization process. Yeah. You produce it, your small intestine produces it. As you get older, your body starts producing less and less of it. So unless you maintain a very regular milk diet, your body just will slowly stop producing lactase, and you'll develop, the bloating, the gas, the fartiness, all that stuff from lactose. But if you grow up, I have a full glass of milk every day, then your body will just continue. It'll get used to continuing to produce.
So if you drink the milk,
lactase.
If you do consistently drink milk through that time post whenever the drop off happens, that's how you stave off
That's how you stave off losing the like your body will still continue to produce lactase because you are constantly drinking milk and it needs to keep producing it. As kids, we drink a lot of milk. We don't drink as much of it as we get older, and I think that's probably part of why our bodies stop producing it. Yeah. So,
and then everybody's obviously there's going to be variation in the sample size of people. They're all going to be different. But I had so now that opens a new question for me. I will occasionally have ice cream, like something at Freddy's or something. But I don't drink milk anymore at all. I don't even use milk for like cereal. I use oat milk or some other alternatives.
Yeah, same.
And I don't do it because lactose intolerance. I do it because I just don't like milk. I'm not a fan necessarily. But I like it in cooked goods and baked goods, and I like it in a milkshake, obviously. So I'll go literally years of not drinking milk at all.
Without drinking any sort of like plain whole milk.
Yeah, it's probably been right around 15 years since I've had real milk.
Sure.
It's been that long. And I don't even think about it. We just don't get it. I don't drink it. But then I'll have ice cream. Shouldn't I have a bad reaction to that ice cream? Because I don't.
Not necessarily. Your body might still somehow be producing lactase, and it's digesting that lactose. It also, the occasional Freddy's frozen custard or other things just might be such a minute amount that you're not getting like the same equivalent as drinking a big bowl or a big glass full of milk or a bowl of cereal with milk in it.
Yeah, and Jerry also, he got into the whole difference between 1% or 2% milk and whole. And it's only one more percent.
It's 1 more percent. Whole milk is 3%. So when you're like, ooh, we're getting 2% milk, it's like you're basically that entire carton has just 1% less milk fat in it.
Yeah. Either direction is so dumb from a definition standpoint. It's like, I'm getting 2% because I'm being very conscious about how much actual whole milk I'm drinking. No, you're not. You're 1% less than whole. Right. Or on the other side, you're like, I'm drinking whole milk like a real man. It's like, no, you're only drinking 1% more than the 2%
1%
people.
More than 2% milk. And the dairy we went to actually had what they call full fat milk, which is 4%.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, all right, I'm curious as to if it tastes creamier or what the deal is with the silkiness of it or whatever, if it tastes any better or any different.
I mean, Talia's right. Milk. You can tell the difference just from the difference between 2% and whole.
2% to whole. Yeah.
You can taste it. But the language of that is implying a whole different kind of thing. When you say 2% and whole, the word whole literally is defined as complete. 100% equals complete. You know what I mean? Right. Like calling it whole milk. Right. What are you doing, dairy industry? That's lame. Lame.
The half and half, which some people put in their coffee and stuff, is like drinking 10.5% to 18% milk.
Is that why that's where the lactose people really flare up is usually
that probably
coffees.
Is. Oh, sure. Yeah, because probably why when I had those Queenamans in Salt Lake City with Corinne and Jason, the latte they gave me was probably half and half, and it was like, here's a whole crap ton of lactose. Good luck digesting that, Brian.
Yep. And then you went up 9,000 feet elevation.
Yes.
And then that compressed on things a little bit.
Gassy, and it's like, I'm going to go over and look at the Steve Young painting real quick. I'll join you guys in just a moment.
That thing's still there, by the way, that dumb painting.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Anyway, all right. Well, there you go. We learned a little something about lactose, lactase, lackadaisical, all the lack words.
Right.
All right. There you go. All right. We're going to do some news. Cool. We brought some, so we're going to do it. Here we go. Right here. Time for the news, brought to you by
the temporarily trapped kid in the basketball ticket machine.
So this was great. I forgot to tell the story yesterday because we didn't get to news. But basically, we were at that arcade, Kim and I, for Father's Day, having a ball, doing good, having a great time. And it's not super packed. It's a Sunday. There's not a lot of people there. And there was a kid trapped. Well, I think he was kind of trapped, but he had crawled up one of these basketball hoop things where you just keep shooting.
Shot?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
And they have a Sonic one there. It's like Sonic the Hedgehog branded, and I don't know.
Sure.
It was like more of a ring than a basket. It's stupid.
Okay.
But anyway, same thing. You're just shooting baskets. And this kid there were 3 of them. And one of them, this kid was up against the glass that blocks the balls from coming right back at you instead
Yes,
dropping low.
right.
And he's
The
got his
half,
hands and his face going, like up on it. He's not really trapped so much as he's having a fun time in there.
No kidding. Oh, you need to put some money in there and have him like really rack up some tickets for you. Just say here.
Yeah, here,
Just
kid.
start dropping balls in the baskets right away.
Yeah.
Without,
The worst part of that, though,
throwing.
is by the time we were there long enough that it was like this kid and this one, and it was like, where is the parent of this kid? Like, there was no one around going, get out of there, Billy, or anything. It was just this kid, and he was probably 3, 4, maybe.
Yeah.
Then I turned my head for a minute, did something else, looked back, and he was out. So the parent must have come back and gotten him. But that was a weird thing to see in an arcade.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, I did not do well. I scored poorly in that game. So there's that.
Yeah. They had one of those in that breakthrough thing that I was telling you about, or breakthrough?
The one in Kansas, right?
In Kansas City, yeah, they had one of the rooms you went into basically was kind of a pop-a shot, but the hoops would all light up different colors, and they, you want to get it through the green ones, but as you throw against the green one, it might all of a sudden turn red right before your ball goes through it. So you kind of got to time it to like, okay, it's about to turn green, toss it in there.
Oh, I don't like that.
Really? No, it's becomes more of a game.
Yeah.
But then it bounces off the green one and goes right into a red one. What are you going to do?
Plus, I'm convinced, like a carny trick. The backboard of that, the metal that connects it to the board, is longer than it should be. So it should be a tighter, whatever regulation is, it's closer to this. It's like out to this or something. So you can't backboard the way you're used to. If you're a good shot, you're going to bing it off that thing half the time.
Absolutely,
pisses me
yeah.
off.
Carnival ones, they're totally going to screw with you on that one. The one in Breakthrough, though, there's no benefit. You're not spending more money to keep trying that one, so there's really no benefit to them to keep you in that room any longer than they need to.
It's just this. It was this stark reminder that most of that arcade is just kid Vegas.
Oh.
It's all Vegas.
It really is, yeah. Some of those are just flat out gambling games. Like, do they have the one where it pushes the tokens towards the edge, and then a
couple of those. They had one. They even gamified. The strength ones. You hit the hammer and see how high the thing goes.
Yeah.
It used to be you're just trying to see if you could get it to go up and hit the top ring, and then you get the score. This one was like, no, you need to try to figure out how hard or soft to hit it so that it gets as close to staying up there as possible. Because if you hit it too hard, it'll go to the top and then come down again
and bounce back,
and be a low score, and who cares? Or get it all the way up. And here's the worst part. Up toward the top, where it would hopefully settle, are some high scores, but every other one is only a 5. It's weighted to the house.
That's
so
funny.
Hardcore. I hate that stuff.
It's really funny. Yeah, it really is kid gambling. Yeah.
It's annoying. Anyway, here's your first story.
Okay.
This is pretty wild. This is a bit of an engineering marvel. Chinese city moved its entire historic neighborhood using hundreds of hydraulic legs. Robot City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I gotta see these pictures.
That's kind of cool. I need to see this. Yeah.
It's pretty badass. Let's see here. Oh, that's the wrong one. Pink refrigerator in the middle of the Nambian desert.
Yeah, that's what I got too. Okay.
Hold on. Where's the article? Oh, here it is. I found it. You have to scroll down.
Just
I don't know
scroll
what
down
happened
further
there.
down?
Yeah. It's one of those dumb websites where everything's on one page, and if you get the URL even slightly wrong, you're effed. But anyway, they moved this whole thing on legs.
Oh, there it is.
So you see those houses? They're all just moving on legs. Shanghai Authority recently moved a traditional Shikumen style building. Shikumen, I think.
I guess. Sure.
It's an ancient style, I guess, at a pace of 10 meters per day. So this thing isn't like getting up and running or anything.
Right.
But 10 meters a day with the help of 432 hydraulic-powered robots. The Huanyani complex, none of this matters, so I'm not going to say it, has been touted as China's largest relocation project of its kind, both in terms of size and complexity. The tight layout of the building complex, which dates back to 1920s and 30s, made traditional construction and relocation tools virtually unusable, but authorities needed a way to move the entire block several hundred meters to this further construction of a 3-story underground structure. Oh, they're building that there? What's that about? That's weird.
Wow.
If I was those other neighbors, I'd be like, wait a minute, what are you putting underground?
Building
over
a
here?
silo underneath it.
Yeah.
So, It's wild. But what about all like the stuff you need underground for buildings, like
Plumbing and
septic
stuff.
systems and plumbing and right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I assume the stuff in the 20s and 30s didn't have plumbing. Maybe
Gotcha, so
maybe they still don't.
All above ground. Yeah.
Maybe they still don't, or maybe in this relocation they can add that. I don't know.
I just don't know how you get. I guess you just dig underneath it and then put the robot. Like basically, as you're digging, as soon as you get enough room, you jam a robot thing in there and then dig around it to put the next robot thing. And you just kind of slowly fill the whole
Yeah.
area with robots.
Yeah,
I guess.
no, I mean, that's why
how I would do
that's
it.
why it's
Yeah.
so amazing. It's just like, are you kidding me? Oh, I found video. Hold on.
Oh, did you? Oh, is that in the read more?
No, it's in the. I just looked it up.
Okay.
YouTube's got it.
Oh, there we go.
So
There's
here's
like
you can see it.
time lapse.
Look at these little feet. I really love all the giant text. Jeez.
Yeah, no kidding.
Get
It's like,
that. What are you doing, stupid?
let me look at the video you're trying to show me instead of covering with text.
No doubt. But I love the day-night cycle. This is great.
Yeah.
I guess if okay, so they're just moving it to there. Why couldn't they build their underground thing there?
It really looks like a sliding number puzzle.
Yeah. My least favorite puzzle, by the way. I hate sliding puzzles.
I do too.
Hate them.
I do too.
Oh, as a
man.
kid.
I know you hate mazes. Do you hate those more than mazes?
I hate them more than mazes. Yeah. Because in mazes, you can do other things to make a maze interesting, like put it in first person in a video game,
Sure.
and I'm okay with a maze. If I'm a little kid and it's just a simple McDonald's food mat, I can do that. Whatever. But I don't like backtracky stuff, and both of these game types represent a lot of backtracking.
Yeah. Right.
I don't like Rubik's Cubes for the same reason.
Yeah.
And I admire people who can go and solve them in seconds. I think they're
Absolutely.
amazing. You people are amazing, but I'm not doing any of that shit ever.
No.
F right off. All right, you know what? It's 10. We're going to take a break.
Oh wow! Already.
That was quick.
Shoot, I didn't even pull up the. Okay, better pull up the band. Okay.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, guess who will be here? It'll be Travis. That's who.
Yay!
Yeah, he's going to test us. We're going to see how
Will Scott extend his lead to where I can only hope to tie him in the second half of the year, or will
I don't feel very comfortable
will
in
I
my
finally
position.
get my shit together and actually win one of these this year? Oh my god!
I feel like what does it feel like? I feel like I have to have a rebuild. You know, in sports comparison, there's got to be a rebuilding year coming for me soon. There's no way I maintain this streak.
I don't know. You've had a great 5-month streak.
Well, we'll see what happens.
see.
He's going to come and test our metal. Is your metal ready? You have your metal out?
My metal, I sharpened it, honed it,
Wow.
as it were.
Okay.
Yes.
I burned mine, so I hope that's not a problem for when he gets here. Anyway, that's coming up soon after this song that Brian has prepared. Brian, what are we watching or playing?
Yeah, this is a band called Ramonda Hammer, and I played these guys on TMS. Wow, way back in 2019. I might have played them more recently, but way back in 2019, I played something on TMS 1722, and somebody emailed me and said, "What was that song? That was amazing." So I found it when I was searching for this, the information on this song.
Cool.
This is a band that is from Los Angeles. They're going to be playing in a couple nights at Gold Diggers in L.A. Devin Davis's vocals, Justin Geeter's heavy distortion, heavy brutally melodic riffs. This is awesome stuff. The band is Ramonda Hammer. This is their brand new single, "The Panic."
Uncontrolled perspiration, distorted vision, loss of coordination.
My leg is fine. My stomach hurts.
And we're back. Who was that again?
That is Ramonda Hammer and a brand new single from them called "The Panic." Go check them out in Los Angeles, and hopefully we get a full album from them soon.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, time for this.
This is Travis, and you'll do well to listen carefully to what he has to say.
Oh, will we now? Well, let's put that to the
Yes.
test. Hey, Travis, what's going on, buddy?
Yes, you will do well to listen.
Oh, good.
Always.
That's fantastic to
So
hear.
I know it came up in chat, but I was planning on asking you about it. You know, we had somebody call in and say, no, Brian, you should never take the 1 because it means that you won't get the 3. Like if you say 3 and then Scott says 2 and then you say 1, if Scott misses the 2, it's not like you're going to get a chance for 3. And my understanding was whatever we bid, you'll go back that far. So like if I say 3, Scott says 2 and I say 1 and I don't get it on the 1, Scott doesn't get it on the 2, I assumed you'd go back to the 3 that I originally the first wager.
Yeah, I mean that's how it's going to go, right? If you whatever you bid, that will go back that far.
Yeah.
If
but
it
I
gets to
start
that
with
and
2,
you don't, right.
yeah, then you won't give us a 3 because nobody bid a 3 at any point.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, that is how.
Oh, now we have okay. So everyone at home, shut up. We figured it out. We know what's going
all
on.
of you. Even those of you who didn't complain about this, you shut up
Yeah,
too.
you guys just shut up and
because.
sit down, okay? Travis knows what
right.
he's doing. Damn it.
He does know what he's doing.
Well, awesome. Let's. Oh, go
I
ahead.
either
Sorry.
do know what I'm doing or I fake knowing what I'm doing.
Well,
Either way.
it's fake it till you make it, as they say.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you here, man. Always good to have you here.
It's always good to be here. Yeah, as Brian alluded to, he is down 5-0 right now. So it's time to pick it up a little bit there.
Maybe this is going to be my month. Maybe we'll see.
Might be it. Never know.
Mr. Trivia guy.
Yeah.
I know. I don't want my team to hear any of this because I'll be voted off the island if they were to hear any of this stuff.
That's true.
Speaking of trivia, Learned League ended today.
Yeah.
It was the last, and that threw me. For it
really?
to do a Monday and then be done.
Oh.
I know. Yeah, because they do the 25. There was a
That was
there were
what
a couple
I forgot that
holidays
it's
in there. I
25.
think was what. Yeah, the Memorial Day and stuff like that.
When does it kicks off again? How long of a break?
In a
August.
couple months.
Okay.
August.
Yeah, it's
okay.
early
Yep.
August,
And,
I think.
Not bad.
And I do have an invite. I don't know if you and Amy are getting invites yet, but I do have an invite. If there's somebody else who wants to get into Learned League, shoot me a message in Discord, and I'll get you an invite to the next season.
That's right. Get in the LL while you can.
That's right. Be a llama.
Well, now we'll do some Learned Travis or something. That's a terrible transition.
Yeah, we will.
Give us our first thing. And the fun part about this is we don't know the theme until we get there, and I love that.
Right.
about this.
Exactly.
So let's do it.
So round one, we're gonna kick off with an actor.
Okay.
So I have an actor. I will give you character names that this actor has played.
Okay.
Okay. Character names. Okay.
Let's start with Brian.
Okay. For characters.
Spitting. Yep.
I'm gonna go a little bit more. I'm getting a call. I'm gonna go. Do I want to go aggressive? I don't think I want to go aggressive on this one. I'm gonna say 4.
4. Okay. Scott?
I can do it in. I'm feeling. Now I'm asking myself the same question. I'm going to do 2. I'll try 2. Try to avoid Brian's 3.
Yep. And
right, Brian.
And I will take the 1 because who knows if you pick the right character name, who knows if I'll have a chance with it. Okay.
All right. Well, Brian, here's the character name that you get. Roman Nagel.
Roman Nagel. The name Roman sounds really familiar. The last name doesn't.
Patrick Nagel's all I think of.
Yeah, exactly. The artist. Yeah. Roman Nagel.
What's something weirdly familiar about that name?
There really is. Yeah. Was there?
Oh, that's what's fun about these.
It really is. Exactly. It just tickles that little bit of memory.
Yeah.
I've got nothing. I'll say Kieran Culkin.
No, not a bad guess, but no.
Oh, it's not a bad guess, is it?
All right.
Say Macaulay.
Scott.
Yeah.
You get a second character. So we
Okay.
have Roman Nagel. Your other character is Tony P.
He's in our tadpole. I
no,
see stuff from that guy all the time. Yeah.
Totally does. Tony P.
Tony P. Is it spelled
Yeah.
P-E-E or is it P period?
I don't know.
No,
Tony P.
Okay. Yeah.
No, he was one of two Tonys in this movie, so they had a Tony P and a Tony.
Oh, gotcha.
other letter.
Okay.
Oh.
Two Tonys.
Does that
Tale
help?
of Two Tonys.
Does that help me? I don't know if it does. Tony P. And you're not just abbreviating it. They called him Tony P in the movie, right? You're not. It's not like, hey, it's his. In the movie they call him Tony Peterson, but you're saying Tony P is the name they gave him. The character is called Tony P.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
That is correct.
Shit. Sounds like a mob name.
I was gonna say, guess somebody from a Scorsese film.
Yeah. Tony P. Al Pacino. I have no idea.
Al Pacino's is a fun guess, but no.
A fun guess.
A fun guess, not a good guess, but a fun guess.
Damn it!
You know,
All right,
now that
Brian,
go ahead.
You get two more.
Right,
Because
right.
you initially said 4. So here's where that ruling comes into play. So we've got Roman Nagel, we've got Tony P.
Mm-hmm.
He also played a character named Sir Miles Axelrod.
Okay.
Ooh, what is that?
I know, that's
And-
super familiar.
Yeah.
Yep.
A character named General Eric Felligable.
No idea what that is.
Doesn't help me either. Give me the Axelrod full.
Sir Miles Axelrod.
Sir Miles Axelrod. Oh my gosh.
It's a hard one.
Miles Axelrod.
Tony P.
I will admit this was a tough one to find a lot of good character names beyond the first two.
Sure. I'm guessing there's a couple really obvious ones. Wow.
Never known a real Axelrod in my life.
No, me neither.
You hear them
Neither.
sometimes. I know there's others, but I don't. Never met one.
I'm going to say general. Like that makes me want to go with like a more established, bigger, bulkier actor. I was going to go with a Joey Pants, but I don't see him ever playing a general. But I can see him playing a Tony P.
Yeah, that's true.
I can see him playing
Absolutely.
a Roman.
Yeah.
But I can't picture him playing a general. Let's say Nick Nolte.
Oh, Nick Nolte's another fun guess, but alas, no.
It's fun.
I lied. Nick
our
Nolte
actor-
would be a great general. Well, he was one. And,
He was
yeah.
one. The Hulk.
The Hulk,
Thunderbolt.
right.
That's probably where I was going. Yeah.
Well, no, he was Bruce's dad in the Hulk. He wasn't a
that's right.
general.
wasn't he also?
That's right. He was. not
Thunderbolt
Bruce's
Ross
dad, he
was in that. Right. That was the
Yeah.
Thunderbolt thing. Okay.
Betty's.
Yeah, Sam Elliott was Thunderbolt Ross in that.
That's
I'm
right. That's
I'm a
right, yes.
diehard like Nick Nolte at the age he's at now fan. I love his stuff right now. Anytime he shows up and he's got the voice of RFK Jr. and the hair of a psycho and he's just out there tearing it up. Love that guy.
I want him to just play every role like he looked in that famous mugshot. You know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it.
So our actor was Eddie Izzard.
Ow!
Oh, really? Okay. Wow.
Roman Nagel was their character in the Oceans 12 and 13.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Which was a fun one when they had the second in 13 when they had like their rival. Roman's rival was Greco.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I forgot he was even in that. We're about to watch that second one.
We are. I know. If you would have asked us this question a week from now, we probably would have both done better.
Yeah. What's the general role? The role as a general in.
Oh, yeah.
That was from Valkyrie.
Oh, wow.
was-
Right.
okay.
That one with Tom
She was in
Cruise.
Valkyrie.
I never saw that. I need to see that.
I knew
Yeah.
that. Damn.
Tony P was Mystery Men. He was one of the
Okay.
two disco boys.
That's why it's familiar.
And
That's
Sir Miles
right.
Axelrod was her role in Cars 2.
Cars
Okay.
2.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Eddie
We got her
Izzard's.
pronouns wrong.
Oh, they're all over the place. They change,
Yep.
so just know that. But
Yeah.
when they were presenting as a he, but dressed as a she, however that works, back in, I can't remember the year of this stand-up special, but it's a blue cover of the DVD. It is one of the funniest, laugh out loud, roll around on the couch laughing comedy specials I have ever watched in my entire life. It's Dressed to
think
Kill.
that
That's
one's
it. Lucky
probably-
Phil.
yeah,
That's it.
Dressed to Kill.
Yep. So
Fantastic.
good. Oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry. All right.
That is up there with like Robin Williams live on Broadway for me. Is some of the funniest stand-up I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's really good. Brian, if you've never seen Dressed to Kill, you should.
I've never seen it. No, I need to see it apparently.
It's fantastic.
Definitely.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
So nobody gets round 1. Round 2, Scott, you're going to start our bidding. I have a comic book character.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to give you powers or abilities associated with this character. We're going to start the bidding. You can start the bidding at 4.
Okay.
So Scott, you will start.
They only have 4 powers, so we can't go higher than that.
I'm going to attempt to go. I don't think he's going to make this easy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 3.
No, because I remember last time was like really good with martial arts and weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's so broad. It's going to be hard to narrow it down. So I'm going to say I'll start it with 3. We'll see where this takes us.
Okay.
All right, Brian.
I got to do 2. I'm not going to go 1 on this one. I've got to do 2.
Scott, you want to try for 1?
All right, so clear this up for me. If I try for 1,
you still get the 3 if I miss the 2.
If you miss the 2.
If Brian misses the 2.
Since I've never done this before, let's try it. I'll try it. I'll try it in 1.
Yeah.
I mean, you did it, but I want to see how this feels.
Sure. Yeah.
Know whether I should ever do this again. This may be a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Your 1, Scott. You're going to love this. Highly skilled martial artist.
Shut up. Really?
Not even kidding.
Yeah.
The worst part is you didn't say Marvel, you didn't say DC, you just said comic book, which could be anything. It could be anybody from Stick to freaking Shang-Chi. It could be anybody. Hell, it could be Batman.
Could be.
All right.
I don't think we'd have 4 powers for Batman.
Oh, that's a good point. Right.
Rich, unless rich is a power.
Yeah, rich, filthy rich, and very, very filthy
That's
rich.
right.
All right.
Yes.
Holy crap, dude! And the Eddie Izzard part isn't helping me
Doesn't really give you any sort of nudge yet. Yeah, I need a couple more of those
because I don't think there's any mystery men with that many powers. So I don't even think that's our theme. I'll just pick somebody who gets them all if she touches people. I'll say Rogue.
Rogue's not a bad guess, but it's English.
Damn it. You get a fart for that one. All right, Brian.
All right, Brian.
All right. Yep.
We've got a highly skilled martial artist.
Yeah.
Another highly intelligent, kind of genius level in intellect, speaks a lot of languages.
Okay. Who has both of those? This is really hard.
Hello, wee, poo-poo. Now I will kick your butt with martial arts.
Exactly, yes. Comic character, genius level IQ, and martial artist. Let's say, Deathstroke.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I like that. I like that guess. It's wrong, but I like that.
Oh,
right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It is. So,
is
all
very
right,
smart
Scott, you
and
get
very,
you get a third one because you initially guessed 3.
Yeah.
And this will help give it away, unfortunately.
Okay.
The first 2 were pretty broad,
Yeah.
but this comic book character has a pet dragon.
Oh, this. Oh shit! Stop, brain. Slow down. It's Ozymandias. No,
Ozymandias?
Doesn't he have a dragon?
Incorrect.
The Watchman guy has a dragon, doesn't he?
He had a tiger.
He had a tiger.
Shit!
So nobody got that one. Our 4th ability, by the way,
The
is
phasing?
intangibility or
Yeah.
phasing.
Yeah. Phasing. Kitty Pryde. Shadow
Pride.
Cat. Lockheed the Dragon.
Yep.
I forgot about that dumb dragon.
I didn't even think about her, like the fact that she's got. I mean, I guess all your X-Men have martial arts training because today in the Danger Room, it's all going to be martial arts. Storm, you were so close with Rogue, surprisingly.
To me, it was so.
Rogue was the best guess.
The Ozymandias thing fit also because hyper intelligence. That was his main beat, right? That he was smarter than everybody, so he knew how to do everything. He was good at hand-to-hand fighting. Really good at it, and he had a pet. Freaking tiger, not a dragon.
An unusual pet, but
shit.
Unusual pet, but nope, not Lockheed. Which I love Lockheed.
I do
awesome.
too. Yeah,
they're great except for the military contracts they've had for like 60 years. Oh, you don't mean Lockheed Martin? Okay,
no.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. So far nobody has a point going into round 3. Brian, you're going to start our bidding on our musical round, our song. So. The clip lengths I have are 1, 2, 4, 7, and 10 seconds.
1, 2, 4, 7, 10.
And I will say these all come from the opening of the song.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's got a recognizable opening. Scott's proven that he's more of a danger with songs than he probably even believes he is. So I'm going to play full on defense and go 1 second, and I might regret it, but I'm going to do it.
And that's the lowest one, right? There's no other.
That's the lowest one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go for it. I want to hear this.
All right, Brian, here's your 1 second of this song.
Oh, there you go. That is the song by Culture Club called Karma Chameleon coming at you.
That is correct.
Jeez, okay.
Who knew that first second was so recognizable in that song?
It's so recognizable.
Like immediately. Without it, you could have done 0.5 and we'd have gotten it.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, just that initial. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, nice job, Brian. That was good. Smart move
good.
to go the second on that. That was great.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. If I would have done 2 and you would have done 1, you would have had it easily.
I easily would have had it. Good job.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Finally, a point is scored in this game.
Yes. A point is scored. We're at round 4. Round 4 is going to be a singer or a musician. And I'm going to give you titles of their songs.
Oh, wow.
Scott, you will start our bidding.
Man,
I have 5 songs chosen.
My brain is so hard to find the theme here, but I can't do it. I'm sorry. Tell me what's my rule again, or what am I picking?
Picking song titles.
Song titles.
Name the artist.
Name the artist.
I will give you titles. You name the artist.
Let's go. I mean, I have to try to get this. Now the question. See, that's why that's an interesting play to do 2, and then you say 1, because that third could really put me over. But it's also a musician, and Brian's very good in this category. This is where you're great.
This is
songs I'm okay. Songs I can do, but the artists and like who covered what and how far back it go, I don't know that shit.
Right.
I love the.
I'm gonna just try it. I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna say 1. I don't know.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna try it.
Going for it. Okay.
Because I feel like Brian would get it in 1. If I don't.
All right, Scott. Here is your 1 song. Your song.
Oh,
come on.
Oh, Elton John.
Yeah.
Is it Elton John?
Of course it is. Yep.
Wait. What's the theme though? How does this work?
I know the theme.
Trying to find.
Yeah.
Oh, it's June. It's June. It's Pride Month.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, and trying to find like song titles that would be gettable, but also not like the 5th one I had was Rocket Man. Right?
Sure.
But it's just
Nikita would have been a good one for Scott. I think that might have potentially stumped him.
I may have gotten Nikita. I would have probably gotten that. I would not get anything from. Oh man,
Madman Across the some of those early.
I would have been hosed on early stuff.
But like Goodbye Yellow Brick Road would have been
too easy. Yeah, or, even more of a gimme.
Sure.
But or a Candle in the Wind or some shit like that.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. See, now that was all about hedging my bets, and I just got. I got lucky.
That was a good defensive play because yes, if you would have said 2, I would have said 1. I would have easily have had that. So good defensive play there.
Does that mean we
now
tied? Now we need a breaker. Is that what you got for us?
So we have round 5.
Yeah,
you're tied 1-1. Round 5. We're doing another actor.
Okay.
But this is going to be titles that this actor appeared in. So movie titles.
Movie titles. Okay.
Brian, you will start our bidding.
Now I know he's one of them gays.
Yes. I'm going to say 2. It leaves me a little bit of a if he doesn't get in 1, because I'm sure he's gonna there's no reason for him not to say 1, but I'm gonna do 2 just in case that 1 doesn't give it to him.
All right.
Well, Scott, you want to try in 1?
Yeah, I'll try it in 1.
All right. Scott, your title is Batman Returns.
Did you say an actor?
Yes.
Okay, because the director is also... Oh, no. Sorry. That was still Tim Burton. But what's his name? The other 2, I believe he's gay. Schumacher? Anyway. Boy, howdy. Returns. It's not Danny DeVito. I don't think it's Christopher Walken. Unless I'm unaware of something. Who's in that? I mean, Walken's a little. Walken's known for being a little fluid. I don't know. I'm going to say Christopher Walken. I don't know.
Shoot.
Is that it?
Christopher Walken is a great guess.
Yes.
It's wrong.
Oh, it is
Great
wrong.
guess.
Oh, I thought the recent news about Christopher Walken saying he's bisexual. I thought, dang it, Scott got it.
Oh, wow. All right.
Okay.
Brian, you've got a
All right.
chance.
I do.
Brian, you've got a second movie. So we had Batman Returns, and our other movie is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, Paul Rubens.
Gosh dang it!
Paul Rubens is correct.
Oh yeah, dropping little baby penguin out in the water with.
Yep.
I forgot
Simone. I can't remember the actress's name, but I forgot he was in that.
Barely
too.
in that movie. Shoot.
Yeah, just
Barely in it, but
just
he was
an
friends
intro.
with Tim Burton. So
Well done.
Oh my goodness! My!
That's great. That was good. And he's also in Mystery Men, which I should have tied that back too, because I guess that
would have been another
connection.
Another movie
anyway.
actually was Mystery Men. He was also I forget. Now I'm not sure if I've seen this movie or not. Blow with Johnny Depp.
Oh, with Johnny Depp.
It's about
He's in
the
that.
cocaine thing.
Yeah.
I never saw
That's
it.
right. Yeah, he plays a very not Pee-wee style character, like a really hardcore dealer, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yep.
Crazy role for him. And then Buffy, Christy Swanson.
Yeah, he was great.
It's
in
the
that.
thing I always remember from that movie. It's like
Yeah. I still
basically
need to
all
see
I
that.
remember from that movie.
I've never
I
seen
still need
Blow.
to see that documentary, by the way.
I know. I keep being told I need to watch the documentary, and I'm.
I keep
going to.
I keep feeling I need to be in the right mood. You know what I mean?
Sure,
Because
yeah.
I have fired it up twice now and gone, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I want to feel things right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never seen Blow either. I kind of want to see Blow. Never saw it. Heard it was great. Ted Demme, right?
Yeah, I've heard.
It's funny.
Yeah.
There's Donnie Brasco came out like it feels like right around the same time. They probably were like 10 years apart, the movies.
I think so.
But for whatever reason, I get those two confused because that was also Johnny Depp in kind of like a not a very actiony role. Like he's a undercover cop, I think.
Yeah, it's
I can't
about
remember.
4 years difference.
4 years difference? Okay, yeah. I lumped
Donnie
those
Brasco
two
was
together.
97.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is Ted. So Ted Demme. I always remember this because Ted Demme directed that movie and died the very next year at the very young age of 38. I don't know, it was a heart attack or something. But man, Ted Demme taking too long or too soon. And who's his brother? Jonathan Demme's still around doing stuff, but he did like what do you call it? The Silence of the Lambs and stuff. But Ted was great. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. Well, there you go. Oh, he also did The Ref.
Very
I love
good.
The Ref, dude. The Ref is so good.
Oh, the ref is so good.
Love
yeah.
The Ref. Well, all right then.
Wow.
We have a winner,
Okay.
Brian. We have a
We
winner.
have
We have a winner.
There's
Brian's
a-
on the board.
Yep.
At least exactly. It won't be a shutout this year.
Nope.
What's
Stave that off.
what's our totals for the year?
5 to 1.
5-1.
Yeah, it's 5-1 right now at the halfway mark.
Do you have Do you have a
and
real
you were
chance
right.
still? You could come back and whoop me.
I have a chance. It's got to really be a rally from behind, but
Maybe not a well, how do they say probability, but a possibility. No, right? Whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Someone knows the odds on this. Someone tell us. What are the odds? I don't know what they are. I could really
know.
blow the next 6 months.
We don't know what the next 6 months have in store, so I don't know if there's any way to calculate the possibility, probability.
That's true. Somebody called Mitsula. Mitsula will know.
You know, with 4 month, with a lot of months with 5 Mondays in or 5 Tuesdays in it, there's potential that we might get 7 more. Travis's before the end of the year.
Oh, that'd be funny if we had a seventh
have to
one
look at
as a tiebreaker. That would be
as a
awesome.
tiebreaker. I know.
That'd be perfect.
People were hoping for that last year because I think it did come down to the last couple months
Mm-hmm.
and last year, and I think there was some reason we didn't do a show on a Tuesday, and it would have been another Travis, and it could have tied things up.
Yep. Well, this
Yep.
year is
Actually, it did.
the story of this year is yet to be told. We'll find out next time when we meet with Travis again in July. Travis, tell people where they can find all your cool stuff before we go.
I mean, just anywhere, any social medias. I'm TV's Travis or tvstravis.com. I'm most active probably on Blue Sky, but
Big Sam.
yeah, anywhere.
All right, cool, man. It's always good seeing you over there and hearing great things from him publicly. Go check out his shows, check out his stuff. It's TV's Travis. Wave to him as he goes. All right, there he goes. All right, we are nearly done. Quick note. Play Retro got pushed. I had to do some stuff for my mother. We have to do that tonight, 4 p.m. Mountain Time. So, as a result, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, me, Dunaway, doing our Indiana Jones and the Lost City of
Jones,
Atlantis.
that's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Going to be super fun. So, if you would like to talk about that age-old point-and-click adventure that is still awesome today, I can report.
Was that a Sierra Games point and click?
No, it was LucasArts. It was.
Oh, of course it would be LucasArts. Duh.
Yeah, it would, but it was between. You're not wrong to assume one or the other because it's always those two. Though they were the
visuals,
names.
the style of it. But yeah, of course, LucasArts was all that stuff. Yeah.
And there's a little bit. I think there may have been a producer or writer or something that they shared, something like
I
that.
don't hear you all of a sudden.
Oh, did I?
Oh, there
cut
you
out
go.
on
Okay.
I
Yeah,
should
you
be.
cut out on me. Yep.
Anyway, that'll be tonight, 4 p.m. Mountain. Please come. One, come all. Frogpants.com/TMS for all your TMS needs. That'll do it for us. Brian, let's play a song and get out.
Sounds like a plan. This one is going out to our friend of the show. Oh wait, no, I take that back. That's tomorrow is tomorrow is friend of the show. I mean, this person is also a friend of the show. Stefan wrote in and said, "Hey, Stargate and Black Rose. I want to start off by saying I am an over-the-road trucker and have listened to TMS for 500 miles, and I have listened to it for 500 more. Seriously, though, your show is what I always start my days off with, and it's always a joy to listen to. I'm now celebrating my 40th birthday on June 15th and would love to hear a cover of Kissing the Lipless by the Shins or New Slang if you have it. If not, a cover by or of the Shins will do. Can I get a fish sandwich hunk guy?"
Oh my gosh, yes.
Combo.
Yeah, not bad. Okay. Oh, I have to go to the thing to do it. Hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. Here we go. Okay, we want fish sandwich first.
Hey, it's too hard to get a fish sandwich.
And then we need a honk-ah. There he is.
Lovely.
Nailed it.
Love you and all that you do. Stay happy and healthy. Signed, Stefan the Trucker.
Nice.
Well, cool. Maybe it's Stefan then. I don't know. Stefan. Anyway, New Slang. You can't go wrong with New Slang covers. I don't have any covers of Kissing the Lipless, but I do have covers of New Slang. And this is one, surprisingly, that I haven't played on the show. I pulled it in and did not get the message saying, this is already in the playlist. I've got a 4,536 song playlist of songs we've played on TMS. This is by the Pickin' On series, which means it's probably, I think in this case, it is Cornbread Red as opposed to Iron Horse. Those are the two that usually do your bluegrass tribute albums from those guys.
Yeah. Love those guys. Always good.
I do too. Exactly. And either one, they're both really good. Cornbread Red is who I'm assuming. This is New Slang by the Shins.
Your pant size is frog. You're always welcome at frogpants.com.
You ready for this?